Hey Raiders, welcome back to the channel. Jared Gaming, having a great today. Raiders just dropped a few little tidbits for the new fusion, which is going to be the Christmas fusion. And we're going to quickly go through them. I'll give you my thoughts on what I think of the champ. I reckon it's probably worth going for, depending on where you are, I guess, in the game, where I might see this champion's use, etc. So first of all, let's start with this little video that's just dropped on Twitter. Play that. Just a little sneak preview. We can see some new champions that are going to be entering, I guess, the same time. Now, whether or not these guys are going to be the fusion champs. Look at that, an owl. That's a new skinwalker. There's that just destroys any any credibility. What do you call it? I don't know. I don't know what the word is. What's the word where it's just. Cringe. Was that not cringe? I mean, well, there's the owl. Can I get a decent shot of the owl guy or lady? So there's the owl lass, and we've got this new knight that's knocking on the door. I'm assuming he's going to be the Sacred Order. Owl's obviously going to be Skinwalker. We've got Frosty the Dancing Snowman, which okay, I know it's meant to be jolly and Christmas and that sort of stuff, but I mean, don't have him dancing around, man. Anyway, fine. There's the Christmas guy. He's obviously Ogrin tribe, and I believe this fella is going to be in the he's going to be in the Knights Revenant, I think. So what I've read, which says up here, yeah, Knights Rev, Ogrin, and also the others. So he looks like what I call it is a character in The Witcher, which is like a forest spirit. He looks like that, to be honest. I can't remember what they call them. I can quickly look it up, actually. Oh, yeah. So it's actually called Eleshan. Maybe that's a mid sort of, you know, like an old European word. Leshan. Anyway, so that's the video. Yeah, that's the Leshan there. They're all going to be joining, I think, 14th of December. And now we can have a little look to see what this guy's going to be bringing. So let me just hide that. And let's just go to here. Now, I will apologize in advance, guys. I don't have the screenshot access yet. So Hell Hades is making a cheeky little cameo in this one. Let me just move my big head out of the way. And I'm going to pretend to be Hell Hades for a bit. So let's just move down there. There we go. Right. There we go. There you go. That's not awkward at all. So, okay, what we got with regards to his skills, this guy. So, treble hitter, random, 40% chance, books a 50% chance of a freeze. Now, we all know where that's going to be used, and that is, of course, finite. The problem with random hitters is that if there's more than one opponent, it's going to be difficult to get those freezes where you want them. Plus, you know, you could be hitting champions that have polymorph. You could be hitting champions that are asleep. So you're going to wake them up, that sort of thing. So it's very annoying. So, you know, this is kind of aimed at finite or some random ads in where, you know, some sort of potion dungeon or a random dungeon that you're running. I guess for arena as well, you could do it. But again, you're looking at that polymorph again. And as you get this guy's resistance up super duper high, then you're looking at a polymorph, you know. But the problem is, and we'll come to that in a second, because A2 removes a stun, sleep, fear, true fear, freeze, provoke, petrification. I don't know why they didn't just say removes debuffs. It would have saved the guy typing this out a bit of time. So yeah, so as you can see, you're missing out on the burns. Obviously polymorph it's not going to remove anyways. No stone skin, not stone skin. So obviously that's a buff, but you know what I mean. I don't know why it's picking and choosing. Why didn't just do a full cleanse? And then we've got places increased defense on all allies for 2 turns. That includes him, and he is a defense-based champ, so that's kind of good. Don't know what his multipliers are like, if he hits hard or not. And then he places ally protect for 2 turns on everyone except himself, which again is a great skill. for sort of clan boss and that sort of thing. The only issue is you can't sort of cleanse off any stuns in clan boss and then keep your ally protect up. He won't be able to be your one glove sort of fits all. One glove fits all? One champ fits all? I don't know why I said glove. I guess because it's cold. Right, Spike Blizzard. Attacks enemies, 75% chance of placing a freeze that books to 100%, and also a 75 books to 100% chance of decreasing turn meter. You know, that's fine. It's not a terrible terrible skill. Freeze is great. Means I can't do anything. It does mean it's harder to kill them, obviously, but taking a turn meter down means you get more chances to actually slap them. So again, you can't complain. That's a 4-turn cooldown once it's fully booked. So yeah, I mean, I guess it all depends. AoEs generally don't hit as hard well, I mean, I have to check it out. They don't always hit as hard as these sort of single hits on these champs when they have these multi hitters, but I have to wait and see. Again, all depends on multipliers. We know Solus, who's a defensive based champ, he can hit super duper hard in the right conditions. There are no caveats on this one, it's just a straight AoE, so I doubt it's going to hit too hard. Passive effect is kind of cool. I like his passive effect, and well, I really like the active effect. The passive effect is removes a freeze on his champ and then transfers it back. So if you're against Torment and you're buffing yourself, obviously with his A2, he won't be affected by Torment. He'll be pushing that back onto him, which is fine. Plus you've got the Ice Spider in Doom Tower, so he'll remove that, and then you can obviously clear his clear the freezes off of everyone else. So I guess you can kind of work it that way. Other than that, I mean, do you really get freeze anywhere else in the game at the moment? Not really, not as far as I'm aware. I mean, there are some faction wars. I'm not sure what the Ogren faction war boss does, if it does freeze or not. I mean, but you won't receive it, but you won't be able to put it back on the boss either, so that's fine. But it's the active effect I quite like, which is whenever he dies, whenever he's killed, he revives with 30% HP and turn meter and revive on death on them. So you could use him with Valkonen in the arena. It's always kind of cool with these sort of guys that revive, like the Sun Wukong, obviously this guy, Nogdar, all the people that you can kill and they come back to life, and then they enable Valkonen to get his big slaps off, which is great. So that's where I kind of see where, if I got this guy, that's where I'd probably use him as a bit of fun in the arena. But other than that, I don't think I'd really use this guy, to be honest, which is a shame because I like the Christmas fusions. We've had some really good ones in the past. But I don't think this guy, for me anyway, has been a bit of an end game. I've got players that I can go to final hard if I want to. Got cleansers with those skills. I've got freezers. People who can freeze already. His active effect is kind of interesting, but for me, again, I don't think it's enough to actually warrant really pushing hard for and going all out. And these fusions, being an old school fusion, where you have to rank up champions, you got to get the champs, rank them up, ascend them, and then fuse them in sort of 2 tiers to then get to the champ. Now it's a lot of hard work, and I'm really trying not to dip my hand in my pocket anymore with this game. I've spent enough money as it is, and I think I'm at the level where this champion is not going to do make any difference to my account, to my game. So I definitely don't see the point of purchasing any extra resources. I am going to start saving for it. Assuming once Plarium release the calendar, if the champ, if there's like a champ chase or the summon rush, if it's not too heavily involved with regards to being able to get him, then I may well get him anyway. We'll see, because generally you just kind of run the events anyway. If I can start saving my energy, start saving all my shards. I mean, I've got, as you see, I've got quite a few mystery shards left, so that'll definitely get me probably a couple of the rare champs out of a summon rush. And by the time we get around to it in a week or two, I'll probably hope, well, fingers crossed, have enough sort of sacreds and bits and bobs to pull extra if I need to, just to get perhaps an epic just to help with that. But I'm not going to go out of the way. I'm not going to go full on overboard with it, because I just don't think, for me as an end game, I'll get use out of it, except for, as I say, a bit of fun in live arena, just to mix it up, maybe just to make a video about. But I wouldn't, he wouldn't replace anyone on the team. So I think you need to look at that, guys. Focus, think about that when you're gonna, you know, deciding what to do about this fusion, because, you know, I'll be honest, the vault, right? We've had this guy was a fusion. I'm pretty sure I can't remember his name. Rathmatab. Yep, he was a fusion. Sort by rarity. Who else is there? Who else was a fusion? Oella. Although she is kind of good. I think she was a fusion. Who else we had? There's been a few. There's certainly been a few, guys. Let's go into here. Oh, we've got fusion-wise. I mean, look, even the panda, I've not even touched yet. Oh, they haven't get me started with the cow. What's that one a fusion? I can't remember. That might have been a fusion as well. And obviously St. Nick was a great fusion back in the day. He was like one of the old school ones. But I think he came out after Christmas, even though it was Christmas themed. There it goes. You get the gist, right? You get the gist. There are champs. Eligaius, maybe. There are champs that I've fused, I've put effort into, possibly even money into, and I've not even looked at them. For example, Timit and Kaja are still sitting there untouched. Maybe it's just not enough hours in the day, you know, to get around to it. So think about that, guys. Think about that before you're doing this stuff. Am I just doing it for the sake of, oh, I'm going to miss out, I can't miss out on this? You can miss out on it, because nothing's going to change. Well, and unless you really think it's going to change your account, which, unless you're desperate for some sort of finite help in hard mode, you're just desperate for a freeze champ, and there are plenty of epics that do the same thing, then yeah, fine, go for it. Or you're swimming in resources and you're so bored that you just want something to do, go for it. But I don't think this guy is going to make a lot of difference to anyone's account. I'd probably wager that the Night Rev, which will probably be a Void, will probably be the best of the bunch, because they generally are. That Knight and the Owl, again, who knows? I personally would probably hang back, see when we get the details drop, probably in a few days, with regards to the other champs, because they again, Plarium often do little times 10s when they do these new champs, and it might be worth getting that. You might find that these champs are better off, will be better for your account than the actual fusion. So I'd say put your resources into that if you can spare the shards to you know, to pull them on times 10, which you'll know is hard. Perhaps they'll be in a progressive, that'd be handy as well. If they're in a 15, 20, 25, that'd be even better. We don't know yet. We don't know. So again, think about it, guys. Sit back, think about it. Do I need to do it? Probably not. Do I want to do it? If you've got resources, go for it. But me personally, I will just follow the calendar, nice and chill, pun intended. But I doubt I will be pushing hard for it, trying to win tournaments, because I don't think this champ is worth it, in my opinion. There's been better champs in the past. I've got better champs in my vault that I've not used compared to this guy. So there we go. Right, I've rambled long enough, guys. Hope that's been insightful to even a tiny degree. Again, another temperature pun there. But I will see you on the next one. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.